Hey guys, YH here. So today we're talking about why it's time to pivot my startup and what potential avenues I'm looking to go down, what my thinking is, what I've learned, and we're going to take it from there. So, to start things off, a brief summary of the year I've had so far with the startup. So, we launched the idea after maybe 8 months or a bit more than that, maybe, of development. Um, So we launched the business after 8 months of development. We validated it against maybe 2 or 3 people, which probably was a mistake. We probably should have validated it with many more people and got positive responses, which were stronger than what we got before we probably went with it. Because the responses we got were more of, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. That sounds pretty interesting. But there was no one really saying, oh, yeah, that's amazing. I want to use it. This is really going to help me. So we went down that avenue, we developed it. The reason it took 8 months was, first of all, I did it in my spare time, and second of all, this MVP kept growing, where we weren't sure what should be an MVP, what features should be in the MVP. We would think, yeah, but we can't launch it with this because it doesn't have this feature, and how are they going to do that? What if they get into this scenario and they need this feature to do this with it? Like, it's for ordering food online for collection, right? And we would say, how can we allow them to use our thing if they can't even disable out of stock items and stuff like that? Whereas we probably needed just some manual intervention, or just tell them to disable it, or something along those lines. But yeah, anyway, so after a year we did our first event. We got that partner, decent amount of money. We had decent amount of users in the event. It wasn't as high as we expected, but it was still an okay amount, and I guess it was positive because we had no issues as well, and we didn't really get negative feedback, so the system worked great. But then it was what happened afterwards which caused the problem, which was we didn't hear back from that business again. There was no follow through, because initially it was like, yeah, we're gonna keep going, but we didn't really get anything back. And then the people we were speaking to, like the potential customers that said yes to us, there was a couple who then never followed through. It would drag on and on and on, and then it never happened. And then we started directly contacting events, venues, event managers, and different types of stores as well. And we would get back oh, that's interesting, but that was it. Or we would get back yeah, I'm happy with it as it is. That just sounds like it's overcomplicating it. Anyway, so after now 6 months after the first event or whatever it is, it's come to a point where you're thinking, all right, time to pivot, because we've spoken to maybe in total 100 people, God knows. And again, we're doing all of this in our spare time. It makes you think, clearly, out of all those people I've spoken to, I'd expect at least one of them to go, oh yeah, this is really solving a problem for me. So now I think it's time to pivot. Now I think it's time to do more research, talk to more people. I guess that was rule number one of creating a lean startup. Talk to people, talk to customers, develop an MVP in 1 month, and then have that first customer, and it might not be scalable. That's the whole principle. But yeah, I'm learning. So now we're at a point where I need to start talking to more potential customers and see if I still want to stay within this catering category, catering industry, or if I want to move out of it. Because I've spoken to some people online, for example, on Reddit, which I don't know if Reddit's the best place. Sometimes it could be very negative. I probably need to do more face-to-face interactions as well. And the feedback I'm getting is, there's hundreds of you guys, tech people, startup people, who are trying to sell us stuff. Us, the catering industry, we don't want more technology. We're a hospitality industry. We want more human interactions. People prefer human interactions. So then it makes me think, okay, so maybe it's not introducing something new. Maybe it's introducing something that already exists and making it better, or making it cheaper. So that's one of the avenues I'm thinking of. Maybe converting the system we've got into a POS system. Maybe it's a POS system that is targeting a specific type of restaurant. Let's say it's targeting a very busy restaurant, and I feel like the flow we've got is quite good for a busy restaurant, because you can see all the orders coming in and the different columns and all of that stuff. You can manage it, and you know, people are notified as expected. So maybe that's the avenue we'll go down. Or it's going to be, you know, I don't think this is product founder fit, because I'm not really an expert in the catering industry. I know some people in the catering industry. I've got some idea of how it works, but I'm not personally in the catering industry. So maybe it's not product founder fit. I need to find a product which is founder fit that I know quite a bit about, and I can talk the lingo and I can figure it out. So yeah, so now we're at the point of the pivot where it's research, talk, no MVPs at the moment. And if we do get to a point where we get quite a few positive feedbacks on a certain topic, we make sure the MVP is 1 month. Regardless of if it's one feature, just 1 month. See if you can get that one customer. Because it even taken us 6 months last time to get that first customer probably was a sign. There's still potential maybe that there's some niche category that could use what we built, but can't wait around for ages for that one potential customer. I feel like I should have something ready in place. Drop a comment down below. So this is just me, you know, documenting my journey. Drop a comment, tell me your opinions. If you are in the industry, you know, feel free to give me some feedback. I'm still trying to learn. The whole point of these videos is me being extremely honest, helping you guys follow my journey. Also, I guess, talking and thinking at the same time. Maybe it helps me come up with different ideas as well. So yeah, drop a comment down below, leave a like, and let me know what you think of what I've said in this video about potential pivot avenues, because it's either going to be completely different category. You know, I'm just going to look internal and go, what industry do I know more about? What industry do I maybe enjoy more working with or in? Or it's going to be, we've already got product, talk to more people in the catering industry and see if I can shift it, pivot it into something that would actually be of interest with minimal effort, like a month or two of effort, and see if I can get a customer, you know, instantly within a month, at least one customer. So yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. I'll make more videos as I progress. I'll be honest, you know, if I fail again, because that's the whole point, fail till you learn to succeed. So yeah, have a good Christmas, have a good New Year's for everyone watching now, and see you guys later.